So I've been here for a couple of days now, and here where Lewis and Clark learned to navigate with longitude and latitude. The original idea was to follow their path, but I really just do not want to go back to the West. I am so over the West. I traveled the West so extensively from the age of 21, 22 till I was 32. I am in all new territory. My ADHD is happier here due to the history, due to the nature, due to the river system here. I mean, it's just different, okay? Due to the culture here, it's just so different that like my soul is happier, my alma is happier. So like, I'm not going to the West. I'm not gonna follow Lewis and Clark's path. What I will do is learn from them. I'm gonna go north for the summer, so it stays nice and cool. You know, there's this compass statue right over here that points up the Mississippi. I'm gonna take that guidance and go up the Mississippi, and then use continuous information, knowledge, to continue my path to other places in adventure. I'm gonna go collect my things, pack up, and head out. Let's go. She's so pretty. And I missed the moment on camera, which is totally fine, but there was blue herrings. Just 3 of them. Just floating. I'm so stoked. Look at that. These are the sacred places here in America that go unseen. Look at that. Oh my God. Like, look at all the different colors of green, all the layers, all the different shapes. And there's not one mountain, not one hill. It's beautiful.
She don't think of me. I thought she was an Indian.
Alright, we are at this beautiful horseshoe lake. And I've been reading, or listening, Audible, you know, and reading actually. I have a couple books about Native Americans, about Lewis and Clark. Oh my God, look at these bald eagles. I wonder if their nest is right there because they were like so close. I've been reading about the early explorers, the early inventors, the early scientists, the mathematicians, the philosophers here in America. I'm getting closer and closer to where they were studying, where they congregated, where they had meetings. Look at this. I think a lot of people learn about these men and some women. They weren't as educated back then. And they forget that they spent a lot of their alone time here in nature. During restful periods, during periods of needing food, during periods of needing pelts to make money. These are all beans, soybeans, I believe. This is the problem. This is why Thomas Jefferson was so important. I believe this should all be forested and protected with the lake here. But privately owned, we gotta make money, we gotta feed the people. It's like these people don't have their own gardens, so they don't know what to do. None of them have green thumbs. It's so natural, by the way, to grow your own food. Like, we are animals on this earth. It's so frustrating that like 90% of the American population doesn't even know how to grow a tomato. Like, and it's so simple. Like, it's really not that hard. Anyways, that's a different like thing I think about sometimes. One of my favorite memories of I owned a house in the Pacific Northwest, and I made a little garden, and it brought so much joy. I did so much gardening. It's a great skill to have. I'm going back to the lake. This is boring. This is what I'm saying. Is like, if this was forested, it'd be cooler. Like, double entendre that, it'd be literally cool. And then cooler, like the temperature would be cooler. It's hot as balls out here. Just looking around at all these people living in their small little castles, their little suburban residents, or their little cubbies in the city, and I'm like looking at all of them, and I'm like, what do you like to do? I like to go to concerts and bars. I'm like, okay, that's literally everybody, so you're not unique at all. Like, you're not trying to like grow at all. Like, you're just looking for fun. Don't get me wrong, I love a good concert, and don't get me wrong, nice beer, woo, little amber on that shit, and then like a nice cocktail. Give me a bamboo right now. You got a firing squad? Light it up, baby. Like, give it to me. I want to drink it. It's like, that's all you do? What about like the rest of the time? Like, if you just smoke weed, like, and hang out, and then just like chill. I don't know. It's just not for me. I think the greats like Benjamin Franklin, Lewis and Clark, we got, the scientists and philosophers of the back in the day would just be so disappointed with the vast majority of the community here, just sitting on the sidelines. More nature time during times of rest. I'm gonna go fishing. I'm gonna enjoy my day. Do a little Brad Paisley vibe. Except I'm not gonna miss anybody because I just do not care. I'm gonna continue to listen to Lewis and Clark's journals. They're so cool. Lewis is my favorite. I love Lewis so much. He sat with Jefferson. He learned from some of the most influential people in early America. Smart man. This is a highly legal activity due to the bait I'm using. I thought I could get this guy to cocoon. Didn't happen, okay? So we're giving back to the water, you know what I mean? Don't sue me. You can give me a ticket, actually. I actually really feel bad about it because these moths are beautiful. I actually found one injured at a distillery when I first got to Kentucky. So I thought I could. Anyways, like I said, I feel bad. I do. I just do. we are back on the road. And this guy is so orange. Beautiful little box turtle. Look at the color on the shell. Muted, but then it looks like all the color got stolen from the shell and was put into the scales, skin. I'm gonna go skin. Beaut. I just had a weird altercation. My shirt's inside out because I got mud on the other side. We're on the road. We're cruising up the Mississippi right now. And 6 dogs coming out aggressively, not listening to their owner. So I get my stick out. You know, I bike through Mexico. I had multiple dogs try to bite me. I've had 2 dogs here in Kentucky try to bite me. So I don't really mess around, especially when they're not listening to their owner. You know what I mean? So I get my stick out, I wave it around, the dogs back off, it's all good. They were still aggressive even after I was like, get the F out of here, you know? I told her to get her dogs in order, because if those are my dogs, we'd have some fucking issues, you know what I mean? I'd be livid at those dogs. Off property, you know what I mean? Off my property, you know what I mean? Well, I bike probably, you know, like a normal size way of like to like another normal house. I'm out in the country, so it was still her property, but there was me in history, an old foundation of a house, like a single bedroom, maybe a 2-bedroom. And I walked a little bit off the road just to take a look at it. She comes in, starts recording me. Whole altercation with her in her car. And I'm like, ma'am, like, leave me alone. I'm just enjoying my ride. I'm just ignoring your inability to control your animals and trying to enjoy my ride. So she definitely recorded me as I was leaving, I'm sure. Probably posted it online. Like, look, he's aggressive. It's like, I'm not aggressive. I just don't trust your dogs. And I don't trust you either. Because if I can't trust your dogs, I'm definitely not trusting you. I found that taking the closest roads to the rivers have been the most stunning. The towns on the rivers have been the most interesting. I think just due to, look at this. Oh, so cool. I mean, is that, oh look. The ivy's covering up something there. But do you see the bird? Okay, we're going to camp here tonight. Okay, how cool is this? Check this out. Do you see him? I think that's a catfish. There's just this turtle's right over there. And I just saw an alligator gar just chilling. I wish I was more prepared. And then of course, an egret flew right across that scene, but wait, what am I gonna do? I can't record everything. Very healthy little, it's a river, but it's not the Mississippi. It's a river that goes in. Whoa, look at this giant. Look at the giant. It's not a giant, but like it's big, dude. Jeez. Look at the alligator gar here. There's so many of them. First crossing of the Mississippi into Cape Girardeau, I think is how you say it. Check this out. Look at this. Now that's a spot, you know what I mean? And that is not a bad, well architecturally built church, okay? Design. It's the same thing, you know? There she is in all her glory. The spiritual realm, you know? So I went to a university here and I asked about if they knew anything about those paintings underneath the bridge. Dude, okay, again, I'm not religious, but I just love good workmanship and like craftsmanship. And like, honestly, these doors are amazing. The steeples are amazing. It's great. They gave me some phone number and an email. And so details. So that I can figure out possibly who drew them, which is super cool. And there she is, the Mississippi, dude. We're on the other side of where those petroglyphs were drawn, okay? Petroglyphs. They're not petroglyphs. Let's just say artwork, okay? It's just an artwork. It's a representation of Cairo. So, we're gonna go see. No, I like this better. Anyways, we're gonna go see this artwork. And then I'm gonna find out who did it, okay? That's the goal, is to figure out who did it and why they did it, okay? And because I think, do you know like how like some places are called London, like London, Texas, London, Kentucky? There's always a London in every single state, okay? They still make their own artwork locally. Anyways, so if you're ripping it back to like Cairo times, like Egypt, where it's like ancient, what's ancient here? Native Americans. That's all I'm saying, okay? I'm just trying to like lead an idea here. I like them though. I like them. So I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna figure out like Portland, for example. Okay, let's throw this back. I just had a thought. Portland, for example, on the outskirts of Portland, when you go out into the country, the suburbs / countryside, because there's like a middle ground where like everybody has an acre. You know what I mean? Everyone has 3 acres or whatever it might be. Out there where their walking trails are and under their bridges and stuff like that, they have Native American spray painting and Native American paintings underneath the bridges, okay? I'm just saying we should just maybe think about doing that for the next one, okay? Or like whatever, okay? So let's go see what the fuck they drew, okay? Look at this shit. Look at this bowl, dude. This thing is as big as my hand or palm. Palm that, dude. It rumbles when you're underneath it, your chest. I just bumped a little doe. Bambi, you might say. I found a fox skull, a badger skull today, and 3 different species of bird skulls today. My favorite thing about this has been finding gold like this. So, we have Illinois side, over across the river, overgrown, artwork, uniqueness, Cairo. Or on this side, you have nothing. What if you chiseled it out? I do like it though. I do like it plain. Like, I will admit, like, I kind of love that it's like overgrown over there, some dope artwork to find and like things to like explore, and it's like, whoa, it's like a treasure hunt, you know what I mean? And then you have this, it's like plain. It's classy, like almost like Rome, you know what I mean? Or it's like Sicily. What if they had stone golems at the top? I'm just saying something cool, you know what I mean? Like, or stone Indians with like their names chiseled in them. I don't know, do some masonry work. I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just it up. It's still nice looking, don't get me wrong. But. Think about if like down the middle of this, they had a smaller archway that was disconnected from the main archway. And then they designed it like with different, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like give it some more texture. It's still magnificent, don't get me wrong. I will be part of the 1% of the world again, biking up the Mississippi. You know, I heard people's voices on this other side of this river a night ago, or 2 nights ago. And then I heard some particular weird sounding borrowed owls, okay? And this particular owl, 2 nights ago, sounded not real. Not true, I guess is the best way to say that. And I didn't know how to react to it because it actually made me tense. So now I'm like, who's making the owl noises, right? No artwork, we like it. Okay, that's the honest. Alright.